Alright, so this first one, 10 points to whoever guesses what's wrong with it. Most people are saying, oh, Mr. Bridger got it right. Spot on, it doesn't work. Most people are saying no power, and that's what it's been sent in for. So, let's see what's happening. Beep on, beep off, beep on, beep off, the beep off. I don't actually know. It's been sent in with a ticket saying no power. So, we'll see. Let's have a nose. And it's a 2-second blood. 2-second blood. Yet another one. Alright. So this is a digital edition. This has never been messed with. So power supply hasn't even been checked on this. But it's very unlikely it's going to be the power supply anyway. This is a V2 board, EDM020. Minus the 50 billion screws in the PS5, what's the most hated console to work on? At the minute, probably the Series X, because of the SSD issues. If I had to be honest. And there we go. Yep, EDM020. EDM020. If you're wondering how I knew that, it's because of the colour of the Wi-Fi antennas and the fact that it's only got one set of antennas. That's the wrong screwdriver. Thanks for telling me, guys. There's absolutely no need for that many screws. I think it's actually something to do with EMI shielding. I thought you'd say that, yeah. They're pretty annoying, mate, if I'm being honest. Actually, before we take the board out, let's... Well, I'll unplug this one. Oh, I hate it when that happens. Now I've got to take that apart just to put that back in. That's annoying. Never mind. Yeah, let's just test some voltage rails before I do anything. So let me just load up the multimeter software. Alrighty then, let's just test for some voltage rails, shall we? So I'm expecting the 12 volt, 5 volt and 3.3 volt to be there. Except not when I've not got it plugged in. I'd need it plugged in to get those rails. So 12 volt, yeah, we've got that. And we don't get any kind of drop. 5 volt I'm expecting there, 3.3, yeah. .8, yeah. So on the EDM020 boards we get 1.8 here, not 3.3. So that's one circuit that did change. A lot of it changed actually, to be fair. 2 volts, 0.8, 1.1, 2.5. We get 5 volts there. Alright, so the rails appear to be activating on that side. Really quickly, let's just check with the thermal cam and see if the RAM's turning on. Yeah, they're all turning on. I can see them all turning on. So watch that screen close. Yeah, they're all turning on. How about the SSD? SSD controller's getting warm. Well, that's going to be there. Oh, bit of a hot spot there then. Maybe not. Paul, how's it going, mate? I'll only be addressed as Einstein, thank you, sir. Alright, I'm not seeing anything in terms of heat. If the RAM's turning on, then as far as I know, that means the SSD's turning on. Looking at the board, I'm not seeing anything. Let's just check the resistance on the RAM. Well, we'll check diode mode for the RAM. So, red probe on ground. I actually went over this on Discord earlier, the reason that you put the red probe on ground. And the reason is because the red probe, if you put the red probe on the input side of what you're trying to test, then you're going to basically be powering that circuit, because diode mode is going to inject voltage into a specific circuit. So you reverse the polarity, and then any diodes that are there for protection will stop it from actually powering on the circuit, and it will give you a much more accurate reading. That's not a good reading. Let me turn that meter on. That beeper off. Shut up, multimeter. That's not a good reading. 0.011 is not good. Unless there's excess current. So I'm going to give it a minute, because I don't know if there's excess charge in the caps. So I'm going to give it a couple of minutes just to give it a chance to fully discharge, including shorting out that rail if I can. Expand the memory of a Series S. At the moment, just by using an external drive or an external SSD. Yeah, 0.01 isn't a good reading. It should be 0.07. The B260 thermal camera. No, it is the UTI 712S. In terms of RAM, this reading is incredibly low. 0.01 is very, very low, and it's not a good sign. It should be 0.07. 0.06 to 0.07. It's not necessarily saying it is the RAM. However, it also could be. I think that's APU power there. The problem is they changed a lot of it on these new revision boards. So it's not necessarily saying it is the RAM, but that is an incredibly low reading. Way lower than it should be. Way lower than it should be. Don't know if that's meant to be that low on the Wi-Fi IC. I'm not sure if that's meant to be that low. I'll have to double check that on a donor board. It's going to have to be an EDM020 board. Yeah, same on that one. Alright. So I'm just hunting around, seeing if I can find anything at the minute. Encoder seems fine. Everything on the safe bridge is checking out. It's good. The encoder's checking good. The SSD is really, really difficult to check. Try voltage injection to see if you have a short. It's really difficult because it's a low impedance line. This is the problem. I mean, I could, but it's a low impedance line, so it's going to be tricky. Yeah, really not finding anything. I'm not going to be wasting much time on this because I think this is another one that's RAM related. Personally, I think it's another one that's RAM related. To be honest. See what I mean about a normal reading on that 1.5 volt pad? So that's what it's meant to be. Around 0.6 to 0.8ish. It varies board to board. You get resistance changes on all boards, but that's what it's meant to be. Around 0.08. And this one, unfortunately, is showing us 0.01. So, yeah. Now what do I do? So I don't think the short is on the power management side of it because it is generating the voltage. It's just not the right reading. If the resistors are okay and the voltage draw is okay, here's the chip. Possibly. The problem is having to replace potentially 5 RAM chips just to figure it out. Sorry, 8 RAM chips just to figure it out. That's the issue. Is having to potentially replace 8 RAM chips just to know whether or not it's going to fix the issue. I could reball 6 at a time. So I'm not seeing any other issues on this apart from that, to be honest. I'm not seeing anything else at all. Don't the consoles have a post boot similar to PC? Yes, they do, but the boot sequence is there, which is telling me that that's working. Do I test this and see how it is? This new BGA stencil. I mean, that's what I bought it for, right? I bought it for that reason. Right. Pop that down the board to one side for a minute. Actually, let's just have a look at something. I'm just looking to make sure we got no damage around the APU. Just looking under here to see if there's any damage around the APU. God damn it. Huh. Well, that's not good, is it? Well, depending on what's on that side of the APU, where them caps are, that could potentially cause an issue with readings. So if this has been dropped, whoa. Did I clone the SSD? I did. It did manage to boot, but only to safe mode. I couldn't get it to install. What the hell is happening here? Wow. What? How has that happened? Look, this has never been opened. This console has never been opened. Like, never. Look, so how's that happened? Because I'm the first one in this. I mean, I can understand that little bit spilling over, but under the sticker? Really? Like, I'm not saying this is the problem. Not by a long shot. But really? Standing the PS5 upright leaks liquid metal. Well, my kids' consoles have been standing upright for a year. Well, 9 months. Hey. Bond. I need to wait for the IPA to dry on that. Alright. Let's just protect this. Shall we? Blue or black conformal coating, guys. And girls. Blue or black conformal coating. Most people say blue. Alright. Right, this is going to make a mess all over the place, but oh well. There we get this mess. Yeah, if there was any other way I would have done it, but sadly there's not. Don't worry, I know there's too much on here. I will be soaking a lot of this up in a minute. Just going to make 100% sure it's all covered. Sony should have done that. They should have done something like that, yeah. They could have used anything though. They could have used all sorts of things. I will clear the edges as well, just to at least try and tidy it up a little bit. But does it really matter if it looks a mess? Does anyone care? Well, no, I don't. Just the fact that I've got to do this is pretty ridiculous, though. Like, I shouldn't have to do this. This is what Sony should have done at the factory. All of this around here, if you're working with any liquid metal at all, you should be doing this. You should be coating it with something. My OCD does. Yeah, but your OCD could be the difference between it working and it not working. You can't have OCD when you're doing this. Like, yes, I'll try and tidy it up as much as I can. I always do. Whenever I do any work, I try and keep it as clean as I possibly can. But sometimes you just can't. Like with this, for example, like what can I do? Like, I'm going to sit there with a fine toothpick and just coat just the contacts? No, not going to waste 2 hours doing that. And if people want to waste 2 hours doing that, then be my guest, but I'm not. Because time is money, and the longer I spend on this, the more I've got to charge a customer. Unfortunately. But this is going to be a case of, right, this is never going to have this issue again. Like, no matter what, this would never have this particular issue again. Yes, you can still overspill somewhere else, like onto the board. But it's never going to overspill onto the APU. So if this is the exact issue, then, yeah. Right. Oh, that looks cool. That looks so cool. Like, if this is the exact issue, then it's never going to have that issue again, ever. So, you know, it's one of them things. There's not really a lot you can do in terms of making it look pretty. You can try, but you'll be there forever. How well does conformal coating stand up to heat? Pretty well. Pretty well. Right, so I'm curing this with a UV light, by the way. Okay. Yep, that's cured. No milk, no. No, I don't like milk. Well, I'll say I don't like milk. I don't like milk in coffee. Well, if this don't fix it now, I think I'm just going to give up on it. That's for Sony. That's for Sony. We win, you lose. White light, baby. White light. Yeah, buddy. Did that actually fix it? It did. And you lot wanted me to replace the RAM. Come on. That reading's weird though. That reading's not normal. But that is booting. Boom. GTFO, Sony. GTFO. I think this just kind of, I don't know how to explain it. It kind of makes me rethink all them ones that I haven't been able to fix. Why? Because half the time we don't check it when they've never been opened. We never check them when they've never been opened. And we're going to have to start checking them every single time. Every single time we're going to have to start checking them. A couple of things I've missed. I've missed the thermal pad off there, as J-Boy just pointed out. And also, I've got to reconnect this ribbon cable so that heatsink's got to come out. No, that was close. That was a close one. Alright. TV. Ugly cam. Ding. I said ding, dickhead. Now my TV's playing up. There you go. TV was a bit slow then. Ding. We win, bitches. Stop looking at me like that. We win. Let's just give it a test because why not? Because why not? Money, money, money. Ain't it funny? It's a rich man's world. You shut up. What? Oh, nice. I've connected the antennas, mate. Hence why we've got wireless sync. Thank you, Christian. Thank you, Christian. I really appreciate that, mate. I'm just running through... all of this checklist that I'll go through. You've been told, yeah. Yeah, everything seems to be working fine. Update available. Cool. Okay, it's working. 100% a drop to cause the issue. I don't think it is, mate. There's no evidence of a drop. The console is in really good condition. I honestly don't think it's a drop. Not this time. Usually I would say most likely, but not this time. Sarah's still awake, so I might as well use the electric screwdriver. Right, let's confirm one last power on. Boom, there we go. 4K, all working good. And yeah, I'm happy with that. So yeah, this literally is just Sony's mess up. I'm not seeing any evidence on this console of any kind of drop. There's no dents in it, there's no damaged ports. The console looks really well looked after, and there was liquid metal right in the corner of the APU underneath the sticker. I'm not seeing any evidence of drops. I don't think it was. So yeah, luckily managed to figure it out. I thought it was the RAM. That RAM was giving me a weird reading. Really not sure why. But, you know, I'm tired. But I guess Travis did it. Travis did it. Travis must work for Sony because Travis did it. So, yeah, happy days. At least we can get it working and send it back to the customer. So yeah, this is going to make a video. I am live streaming right now every Monday and Friday on YouTube and random times on Twitch. But if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell notifications. So yeah, got lucky on this one. Sony,